Good morning, Sunday morning lovers. Welcome to Sunday Morning Live Meds and Empowerment with me, coming live to you from Melbourne. We've landed back in Melbourne late last night. There's no Bailey with me this morning. He's still at my mum and dad's house and I miss him terribly. But Fiji was an amazing trip with Steve and the girls. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to Daniel. Good morning to Sarah. Good morning to Gives Me Butterflies. Sarah, we did go to the island that you spoke about. We went snorkeling the whole day, 2 different islands, and it was absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Good morning to Native Jules. Good morning to Liv. Liv. Mwah. It's been some time since I've seen you and I hope your soul is well. Good morning to Nourish with Nat, to Spam, Deleted, Hacked. Chelsea, good morning, little Pikachu. And everyone else who's joining in live, it's awesome to have you here. Good morning to Jackie. Mate, I am very impressed with you and your progress. I hope to squeeze you sometime soon and see you for real, in real life. Good morning, Tina. Good morning to Emma. Emma, I sent you an email this morning about your choices and our session this week. It's good to be back. For some reason, I really like coming home. I also like going away and I like experiencing new things. I've never been to Fiji before. But I love coming home. I do. I love coming home and getting in my jumpers and my tracksuit pants and being in my little space. Getting my morning coffee from Combi, which is always nice. Anyway, yada. So for those of you who have never joined in before, this is Sunday Morning Live Meds, Meditation and Empowerment with me, where every Sunday at 9 a.m. Sydney Eastern Standard Time, I'll come up live and give you a topic to focus on for the day and hopefully for the week and hopefully for longer too. Hopefully it'll stick in your mind. And what I want to bring to you today, I actually wrote a quote or a post about it the other day on following through on your soul-inspired ideas. And what I mean by soul-inspired ideas, you can get ideas from your ego. You can get ideas that are driven from your ego that have negative impact, that have negative effect. If you look at the likes of Hitler, he had an idea and it had a very negative, disempowering effect. Now, that wasn't soul-driven, that was ego-driven. You see the people who bomb people in the name of whatever they believe in, that ain't in the name of what they believe in. That's in the name of their ego, legit. So I want to make this very clear that what we want to follow through on are soul-inspired ideas, the inspiration that you get knocked on from your soul or from the universe, whatever you want to call it, because I was actually meditating the other day and this visual came through for me that universal intelligence or universal messages, if you want to, make it more simple, universal messages that are out in the cosmos, out in the atmosphere, that's connected to everything through all time and space. There's messages out there that specifically land for you. And they land in our mental plane. They land in our mind. Ideas land in our mind. And sometimes we can have dreams and then we wake up and we're like, oh my gosh, I just had the best idea. I had the greatest idea. And that can be for your family. That can be for your health. That can be for your business. That can be for your finances. That can be for anything. It can be for you. Or you can be, sitting on a train or sitting on a tram or even driving and you're like, whoa, what was that? And whatever you receive and whatever you get, it lights something up in you. It's like lighting a Christmas tree inside, and you know that it's specifically delivered from your soul, from the universal soul, whatever you want to call it, and it's landed here in your mind. And for a moment, you get excited about it because whatever goes up on in our mind, it offsets how we feel, and how we feel then offsets our actions. Now, what a lot of us do is we get an idea and we're like, oh my God, that was so amazing. I want to share it with someone. And often the people who we can sort of, I guess, immediately go to share that with are people who may question, oh, but how's that going to work? How's that going to make you money? Or how's that going to change your relationship? Or how does that fit? I don't get it. Right? Some people, when you have a soul inspired, a universal message that's dropped into here that actually doesn't make sense. But at a deeper level, logically it doesn't make sense, but at a deeper level it does make sense to you. Often when you share that with someone else, it doesn't make sense in their mental plane. And so they start questioning because of their own stuff. And then what happens with you is then you start questioning, oh yeah, I don't know how that works, or I don't know how that'll eventuate, or I don't know how it'll turn out. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I was just driving and I was just on the tram, I was just on the train, it was just a dream, maybe it was just a dream, right? And then the soul-inspired idea or the universal message, it starts getting watered down. It starts getting muddled. Whereas when it landed in you, it was like a lightning bolt that sort of woke you up. And all of us are wanting to wake up. All of us are wanting to have that bright spark go off inside of us. Now, you may not go and share it with someone else, but you may then start working out in your own little limited mind, your limited mind that starts going, how's that going to work? How's this going to eventuate? How am I going to make this happen? What do I have to do? Oh, hang on. If I have to do it, hang on, wait a minute. Your ego then starts coming in. No, dude, you're not good enough. You're not worthy. You're not ready. You're not meant for this. This isn't for you, yada, yada, yada. And so the soul-inspired idea, the universal message that is, yes, meant to land in your mental plane because it has to, what it seeks is it seeks physical expression. It seeks to be expressed into the physical reality, this physical human reality, and come to life. That's how shit comes to life. That's how shit gets manifested. Something up there puts a little message in here and we're like, ooh, that's kind of cool. And the difference between people who go and follow through with that and the difference between people who don't is simply how you master and manage your mind and manage the part of you that will immediately go and limit the potential of you expressing the message, of you expressing the idea. This is when your dreams don't turn to reality. This is when you start looking at other people as special, as other people as, oh, they've got something that I don't. You know, they get to live their dreams. They have ideas and they get to manifest them. The difference is perseverance. The difference is discipline. The difference is that was a soul-inspired message for me. The difference is I know that's for me, and I know this can be challenging as a physical human being with an ego. But I know that was meant for me and I'm going to work it out. And I have this all the time, right? I get these downloads of writing books. And finally, I'm making peace with the fact that this book is just wanting to download. I've already got the title. I've already got the bare bones. I already know what it is, and it's just now seeking physical expression. And for a year now, I've known this. But I'm like, I start and then I stop. I start and then I stop. I start and then I stop because I'm like, nah, I don't know how to write a book. I'm not good at it. I'm not perfect at it. You know, but the difference is people out there are like, hey, write the book. But my own limitation, my own mind is like, nah, I don't know yet. But that's the biggest thing that I'm needing to make peace with right now. You know, I've had visions that have come in or messages that have come in to create ZF Tuesday 500, ZF Tuesday 1000, ZF Tuesday Global, and give power back to the people, right? That's an idea that's come into my head, and instantly the limited part of us goes, oh, dude, you're too small for that. You're not able to do that. Or whatever else. And then so therefore the idea doesn't get expressed. Now, as I said in the beginning, there's ego-driven messages. There are soul-driven messages. Soul-driven messages or universal messages to you have resonance. Like, you can't ignore it. It's like once it's in you, you're like, shit, I felt that. I heard that. Or I saw that. And when you don't do or follow through with the soul-inspired message, it starts to haunt you. It starts to play tricks on you. Or it goes away for a bit and then it comes back. It's like, dude, what are you going to do? Are you doing anything about this? Because if you're not, then okay, cool. We'll go find the next person. And then the next person goes, writes that book that you wanted to write. Or creates that business that you wanted to create. Or does the thing that whatever it is that you were guided to do. And that's when you start comparing yourself to others. That's when you think you're less than. That's when you think others are special and you're not. And this game just isn't for you. And that's bullshit. That's the bullshit part of it. The only difference between someone who goes and follows through on soul inspired ideas and universal messages is they master their mind. They know when they're fucking around with themselves. I know I've been fucking around for 12 months about this book. I know I have, 100%. It's only been the last 2 weeks where I've just gone, cool, it's now just time to physically express it. That's it. That's it. So I appreciate that when something comes in, you don't just go, woo, act on it straight away. Some things you will, because it'll seem easier. It'll seem, I guess less of a big step or a big leap. Some things are going to feel massive. For me, that's writing a book. And it's up to you how long you allow that message to haunt you. For me, 12 months is a long time for a message to haunt me. And I got to show up. I got to rise. I got to meet life hard on. I got to meet the universe hard on and go, all right, let's go. Let's write this fuck. I don't know how long it's going to take, but let's write it. So what universal ideas, messages, guidance have been coming in for you recently or in the past that you have let fester in here for too long? And now you're all confused about it. You're telling yourself lots of stories about it. And it's not being expressed. That's what we're going to finish in meditation right now. For those of you just joining in, this is Sunday Morning Live Meditation Empowerment with me, Kat John, and we've just completed the chat and we're about to go into meditation about following through on soul-inspired ideas. So if you're here with me, just hang with me for the next 5 minutes as we go into meditation, and then I'll let you get back to your Sunday. Let's change the music. All right, gang, if you are able to close down your eyes, go ahead and do that now. And together, let's take a big breath in through the nose and then out. Big breath in. And then out. Big breath in. And then out. Keep breathing at a pace and rhythm that feels just good for you. And just do whatever you need to do to really be in this moment. Listen to the sounds around you. Sense into the temperature of the space you're in. Just let yourself be with you for a moment. Really be with you for a moment. What soul-inspired ideas, what universal messages have been coming to you? Maybe there's one major one, or maybe there's a few soul-inspired universal messages that are just delivered to you. Universal express mail delivered to you in your mind. That when you receive them, there was a moment or a pocket of excitement, like a spark lit inside of you. And then your thoughts, your egoic thoughts, started to put that spark out. What are those ideas? What are those messages just for you that haven't yet seen the light of day? I just want you to imagine one of those messages seeing the light of day. And just feel into that. How it would feel knowing that something so powerful is now in your reality and you made it happen. How does that feel? That's the feeling to drive you, to keep you connected, to fulfilling that idea. So what's your next best step? What is your next best step? To take that idea out of the mental plane and into the physical. The only thing left for you to do is to honor and fulfill that next best step. Even if you're afraid. That's when you give life and rise to the human spirit. A human with a spirit. If your eyes are still closed, please feel welcome to open up your eyes. I invite you, gang, to write down whatever it is that is the universal message, your soul-inspired idea, to write that down and write down your next best step. Now, the only thing left is for you to take action upon this. Does that mean the soul-inspired idea is going to come to life today? Maybe not. Maybe it will, depending upon what yours is. I know for me, when it came to the podcast, my next best step was to get information about it. I got all my information about it and then fucked around for 3 months. And then my next best step was just to simply record and do it. Simply record and do it. Simply record and do it. Because the idea had been in there for so long, and now it's in the world. My podcast is in the world. Real, Raw, Relatable is in the world, which was downloaded. Do you know how incredible that podcast, the messages that people send me every goddamn day, that it's changing their lives, that it's giving them hope, that one person is now not going to commit suicide because of it. Can you imagine if I didn't launch it? If I didn't let it see the light of day, if I didn't express it out of here and into the world? Who knows where that person would be? You have the same things inside of you. And as I said, am I saying you're gonna do it right away? No, you've got to meet. You got to meet your resistance. A lot of us will say, I'm not ready, or it's not the right time. But really, more than anything, it's that you just have to meet the limitations in your mind. And that takes time to overcome. I would have been ready to write a book a year ago, but the limitations in my mind said I wasn't. So for me to get over the limitations has taken the time to now being ready. But it's not like a year later, October, whatever date it is, I'm just suddenly ready. It's that I had to battle this. A lot of us say it's not the right time, I'm just not ready. It's the fact that you have to meet this and overcome whatever limitations are in there. Thanks for joining me, gang, for Sunday morning live and meditation and empowerment. Just so you know, Steve and I are running our final Beyond Limits training, our 3-day training this weekend, October 4 to 6 in Melbourne, in Elwood. We have 2 places left if anyone wants to hit us up and find out more about it. We got payment plans available if you need. Anyone listening here who's in the Gold Coast, ZF Tuesday Gold Coast is taking place on the Tuesday, the 15th of October. So if you're in the Gold Coast, come and have a boogie with me, Steve, and 80 other legends. Or if you have people in the Gold Coast, please share it with them so they can come and experience a really magnificent evening. Anyway, dudes, have a wicked, wicked Sunday. Follow through on your soul-inspired ideas. I won't catch you next Sunday because I will be delivering Beyond Limits, but I'll put up a meditation that you can listen to. Love you all. Peace be with you.